Welcome, gamers. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm actually surprised to see Mark. I thought he was dead. Hopefully notifications actually go out to you guys. Let's go. You'll have to pardon me. I'm gonna probably be all congested and stuff. It's my morning, so... All right. So another thing that I didn't end up mentioning, I actually just noticed it after I recorded the video talking about the Shadowhunter rework, is that we've actually got additional patch notes that rebalance like every class. So this is a substantial update. Like, including, we've got like a really big rework to, or not rework, but rebalance. I want to be clear about that. Like, you Boomeranger mains are going to be excited for this update because Boomer just became a lot stronger as well. Like, they did a lot of different stuff, dude. Like, even here, just as an example, the Boomer's got his base attack is increased by like 100% value. On top of like everything else that he's got doing crazy amounts of damage. His Bach Bomb damage is increased to 800% from 285%. Like, I'm just saying, it's really cool that they ended up actually doing a rework to everything, not just the Shadowhunter. Well, I say rework, but it's a rebalance, right? It's different. Okay. So if you guys didn't already check out the short video that kind of ended up summarizing it, Shadowhunter is basically, they listened to everything that we wanted them to. I'm actually very, very surprised. Also, this is actually huge for Trove. Trove is 64-bit now, which is crazy. So that means that, we'll be able to do over 2 billion damage now because our bosses won't be limited to 2 billion damage. Sorry, or 2 billion health. Blah. Point is, it means that things can end up becoming a lot stronger. Opponents in delves will no longer rely on somewhat random damage reduction to suppress damage because they don't need to anymore because now they're on 64-bit. Basically, Trove has been on 32-bit for years. Well, ever since it came out, really. And that really limited the numbers because the numbers could only go up to a certain value. So now that they've actually changed that, that's actually huge. It doesn't mean we should see a performance increase as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But Shadowhunter. The other thing too I wanted to check. So Shadowhunter shots are all darkness, right? Is that dependent on the costume? I want to use my Amok costume. No, it's not dependent. Okay, so a light themed Shadowhunter is probably not the coolest anymore. I'm gonna go back to my Amok style. It just kind of makes more sense because he's shooting darkness projectiles, right? Like, it looks pretty cool. Also, we finally have a much better increase in animation from your roll. Rolling does also give you movement speed. Look at this. This is insane. So we're at 183 movement speed just after a roll. Keep that in mind. That's no gems triggering, no allies triggering. Might be better to actually swap off of Jingles. Because I'm always using him for the cooldown. Which one's the good one? Aviar. No, not Aviar. Animated Jug. That's it. Let's try and use Animated Jug just so that we can have that extra movement speed that we get off of enemies and stuff and see how fast we end up going. Arrows are slightly blue on the Phantom costume. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I figured that some of the... Ooh, yeah, they are. Well, that's your ultimate. That's different. Okay, let's go test it out. I want to see what damage numbers we got going. Oh my lord, servers are dying. So just to give you guys a brief summary. Passive makes it so that enemies periodically get shadow marked, yada yada yada, same old thing. But when the Shadowhunter uses a basic attack on shadow marked enemies, a small explosion triggers on the target, but you'll also end up getting a stack. So you'll end up getting what they call a seeker, which you can have up to 5 seekers at a time. And that's literally tied to your right click ability, which we can't do right now, which basically is a seeking missile. So we can shoot out 5 at a time. And if we shoot all of them out, we'll end up doing like 900% damage. So I don't know if that's gonna constantly stack and work on bosses. Hopefully. They ended up having a buff to the basic attack, but we'll kind of skim over that because nobody's going to use his basic attack. His damage is increased. His shots now penetrate through walls and enemies, just vanilla, so that's awesome. The gem ability, this is the one that everyone's going to be using, still ends up increasing rapid fire, but they increase the damage by 100%, and we can shoot through walls. Now, I want to see if it lets us shoot through enemies with this, because that's kind of the big detriment to the character, is that our projectiles need to go through enemies so that we can clear faster. And then, yeah, there's the secret ability, which is cool, but I haven't seen that yet because I haven't gotten the shadow mark on enemies. Your ultimate throws a, or not your ultimate, your sun snare is finally doing what it should do, where it actually will end up stunning enemies, damaging them. Also will end up shadow marking enemies, which is really cool. And then your ultimate ability, this one's a weird one. So basically we can either do bump and then we shoot our ultimate and it's just a slow projectile that just causes damage over time, which is really cool. But then if I end up getting my cooldown going, energy recharge, well, maybe not energy recharge. That's not going to be as important as I thought it was. But you can hold the ability now and just rapid fire it until you're out of energy. So personally, I think energy recharge is a little bit more important now, which is kind of nice. And it slows the player when you end up using that ability as well. So anyways, excuse me. Let's go try this out. I want to go to D&D actually, because I want to test out the damage myself. I don't want a bunch of other people here messing it up. Are you gonna be playing Lost Ark next week? No, I'm not. You wanna know why? Because Dying Light 2 comes out in a couple days, brah. How much is our basic attack doing? Woohoo! That was much more. Wait, what? What is going on? Why do I have a dot? It's doing like 20 mil. No. No. Why? Why? What? Okay, let's see here. So if our base shots shoot through walls, by the way, it means that we can clear enemies way quicker. Oh, that's a shadow mark. Oh, that's much cooler VFX. So, and then on top of us, you see that little arrow? That means we have a seeker, so let's use it. Okay, that didn't do anything. Weird. Well, I guess we'll try that again. But yeah, it seems like his damage just overall is much better. The fact that he shoots through walls is great. I think I'm attacking, yeah, he's doing like maybe 20 mil. That's crazy. The ultimate is affected by attack speed. Uh-oh. That might not matter too much though, Kerbo, because do you run out of energy like faster? Because if you run out of energy faster, then the ultimate won't matter as much. Alright, give me my seeker. I want to try this out. Why doesn't the seeker work? Like, I'm right clicking. Can you? Okay, I'm gonna go to hide mode because I want to get away from you guys. Like I just said, I want to actually test this, not have you guys sitting here and messing up my numbers. The class gem just got a slight like buff, not really too much in terms of its difference, like in how it functions or whatever. Oh, if I don't have seeker, then what else is that weird arrow thing that I'm getting? Okay, that's kind of weird because we're supposed to be getting stacks of seeker, right? Yeah, because you end up getting seeker based on killing enemies that are shadow marked. Very weird. Okay, maybe those weird arrows that are coming out of me is not tied to seeker. That's kind of weird. It does consume energy faster when you have the attack speed. Okay, so attack speed, thankfully, is not something we gotta build on our character. Unless is this attack determined by attack speed now? That would be crazy. Oh, that is the seeker? It just didn't... Okay, very weird. Alright. Yeah, I thought that was the seeker. Okay, so we just killed an enemy that was shadow marked and we didn't get a seeker, so that's a bit odd, but whatever. We can also... There's no cooldown on our traps. It just uses energy now. Okay, energy recharge is way better then. Wait, the patch notes didn't mention that. What the hell? Damn, dude. Okay. Unless I missed it. Alright, so there's our seeker. So I just held right click and I saw my projectile kind of shoot out, but it didn't do anything. That was very odd. Yeah, I know. Dodging gives me the buff. I know. I'm just trying to see the Seeker, dang it. Shooting through walls is already really good. I like that a lot. Okay, let me get my bombs and stuff on my hotbar. No, the trap always had a minor cooldown, didn't it? Honestly speaking, you could be right, because I don't think that I've used the trap in a very, very long time, frankly speaking. Because it didn't really serve a purpose, because stunning wasn't that big of a deal. Ah! Yep, basic goes through walls. It's actually nuts. Does it go through enemies? I need a C. Give me a bunch of enemies. Come on. Not an explosive effect. Thank you very much. Ooh. Oh, it's so tough to tell. Because I don't know if I'm just having my explosive epilogue trigger or my shadow mark trigger, which is causing the explosion effect. These stacks do not last long, by the way. Like, we run out really, really quick. Maybe not. There, I just did my right click, but the Seeker just... Okay, Seeker seems bugged. I can't tell if we're actually shooting through enemies. I mean, at the very least, we do seem to be able to handle groups now. So, no complaints. But, yeah, I can't tell if I'm actually, like, clipping through enemies. That's weird. Yeah, the Seeker, I mean, it seems like it's working, but it's not. It seems like it's bugged. Yeah, I could be wrong. Yeah, there was a buff to Vanguard as well. Okay, maybe it's not clipping through enemies. But the fact that we can shoot through walls is actually insane. That means that Shadowhunter is going to be god tier for just normal dungeons. Okay, our shots are still... Oh, the servers are just so laggy. It's so tough to tell. Oh, Trove, why? Alright, let's see. How much damage does our ult do just on its own? I can't tell. There was too many damage numbers. Okay. Oh my lord. Can you stop with the lag, dude? Okay, he's still not necessarily a melter, but I would recommend you probably want to throw down your trap first. Right? Was it 28 mil? No, because there was the damage over time as well, Noglia. Like... a little difficult to tell. Oh my lord, it's too laggy, dude. We need our training dummy in the club world. I mean, at the least, we are doing a lot more damage, so that's the important thing. Never mind, we're doing no damage, you guys. It's very weird. Because we seem to be... Oh my good lord. Server gonna crash? Jesus, dude. Sorry, I'm trying to... YouTube chat, come on, stop being dumb. There we go. Alright, anyways, we gotta remember to be doing our dodge, like, constantly, so we get the movement speed. Oh, right, I keep forgetting. I don't have to actually bomb through anything anymore, because I can just shoot them through walls. It's weird, our attacks are very inconsistent with the damage. Sometimes they're doing 18 mil, sometimes they're doing 6 mil. Alright, well, we got 3 Seekers. Oh, I just right-clicked and I just used them, and I'm pretty sure that's what that explosion was. But, yeah, visually, it didn't really show anything, so... Jesus Christ, game. Please. What is going on? Also, this guy's following me around again. The problems with being famous. Even when I'm in hide mode, I still have people following me. I mean, it's okay so long as you're, like, nice and not attacking things, because I'm trying to see... I'm trying to test stuff, bruh. Alright, let's do our ult. 22 mil. Ooh. That's a considerable nerf. Why would I use that over my base attack? The other thing, too, that I really think... Oh, that's you, Multi. Okay, cool. I thought it was just a random dude. The one thing that I think that they should really change is based on whether you do the rapid fire with your ult or not should determine the cooldown. I don't know if they could end up fixing that because that's pretty bad. Seeker. Okay, these Seekers are busted, dude. Seems like it's just too laggy to actually have anything work with it. Yeah, so our shots aren't... I can't tell if our shots are shooting through enemies. You want to know why? Because it's too laggy. I'm pretty sure our shots aren't shooting through enemies, which is pretty bad. Like, because the weird thing is that the patch notes mentions that... Yeah, see? That right there, devs? If you're watching this, devs, change it. Change it so that the class gem shoots through enemies. I know that you think it's overpowered, but it's not. Because when you're fighting more than one opponent, Shadowhunter becomes useless. That's kind of his whole problem right now. Because they changed it so that your base attack without the gem, like anyone uses that, shoots through enemies and through walls. But if our rapid fire doesn't, then that's still pretty useless. Because then when you have big mobs of enemies like this, you know, and then you see how long it can take to end up clearing them. Because if I'm on somebody like a Lunar Lancer or something, I can just kill all the enemies at once. Like, it's way better. Yeah, I'll end up trying Shadowhunter in the Delves, don't worry. I'm still testing him out. So that's a shadow marked enemy. I think I killed it. I can't really tell because it's so laggy. Oh my lord. Here will be a prime example. Another class would clear that quicker. I know that it's just minuscule numbers at this point because we are still doing decent amounts of damage. But the point is that if we had phasing shots, that would take care of it. Oh my good lord. It's so laggy. You're shooting through walls and minions with the class gem, Merc? Maybe it's just too laggy for me to tell. Let's see. I need a couple enemies to test this, but yeah, it's probably just a lag then. So if I shoot... Oh, maybe it is. No, that's individual shots. I think you're crazy, Mark. Because if you end up fighting a group of enemies, you'll see that the one in the front ends up losing its health first. Seeker! I did use Seeker, but... Oh, good lord. Okay, Seeker is useless. They gotta buff that. Oh, good lord. I need a worthy opponent, too, because I need to see... I need to fight an enemy that's actually not gonna die in one hit, so that I can actually try and use my ultimate. Maybe... I mean, your ultimate's gonna phase through all the enemies, right? So let's try and see if we can... Not this. I want to see if we're fighting like a big old group of enemies. We could use our ult to shoot through all of them, right? The ult is weird because it just kind of does a determined amount of damage, like while it's phasing through enemies. It's very odd. Alright, let's see here. So what if... Come here, you. What if I use a single ult? Yeah, that's going to kill everything. Thank God. Not absolutely everything. Still messed up a little bit. I'm still not used to being able to shoot through walls. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Good lord. Seeker, go! Alright, let's try out the Delphs. Jesus, this game, dude. Like, we can't even test it. So laggy. Okay, I should have a Delve portal, I think. That means I can appear online again. Actually, no, because I want to test stuff myself. I don't want you guys coming with me. I keep forgetting all that. Those depths are way too small. What do we got here? 129. You know what? That'll be a good damage test. Let's take a peek at that. Yeah, the dodge already alone, like, as much as I'm criticizing certain things about Shadowhunter, the fact that we've actually got the movement speed and we've got the damage where, yes, we can actually do speed farming now. I want to see how much damage we can end up actually, or movement speed, I should say, that we can end up getting up on this guy, because we can trigger the ally and pyro disc and all that stuff. But let's take a peek and see what happens here. Can we end up handling the Delves? Probably not. Let's see. Probably don't want cool down in here. Want unyielding instead. We also weren't using a pot. keep that in mind. Our damage would be way better because if I was actually using a pot, we would have done way more. Probably don't need the animated jug in here as much. I think that you'd only ever end up using that for like speed farming, because you don't really need your ult for speed farming with this guy just because he's so freaking powerful now. But let's see how much damage we doing to these guys. Oh, we're kind of melting them. That's not bad for 129. That's not bad at all, dude. That's actually pretty good damage. Yeah. All right, this will be the true test. Let's get all these enemies here. Use Seeker. Okay, it kind of worked, but not really. Are we phasing our shots through them? No, we are not. We seem to have... so the Shadowhunter has always kind of had the slight area of effect burst on where his projectiles land. And that does seem to be a little bit more fixed, which does make the Shadowhunter a lot better for groups of enemies. But I would still personally rather just have them phase through enemies. Let's try and use our ult and just go crazy. Useless. Useless ability. Yeah, that's not good, because the the thing is with the ultimate ability, it's like, why would I ever choose to use that when I could just be doing my base attack and it's just stronger? All right, Seeker, go. Go, Seeker. Seeker! God, these Seeker missiles are useless. We didn't waste a pot that whole time. Crazy. You missed them. It isn't useless. Yeah, thanks, Nokia. Oh, what? You haven't even tried this character? Yeah. No, I didn't miss them, dude. See, our Seeker missiles go inside our character or get stuck behind our character. That's very odd. No, the point is, why would I end up using the ultimate over just using our base attacks? Also, you seem to forget that the area of effect around our arrows with our ult is gigantic now. All right, let's see here. Lure all these guys in. It'll work better on physical enemies because then they're just going to stand still. I mean, I'm still seeing max damage, but that's very odd. Seeker missiles, go! There we go. They finally did something. I don't know, man. I guess, what am I complaining about? The fact that we're doing 129 depths is already like impossible for normal Shadowhunter, so... Seekers, go! Yes, there they go. So when the Seekers actually work, then it's good. See, no Clea. Here, you know what, dude? If you're gonna be a negative Nancy, you're getting a timeout, dude. If you don't care about the Shadowhunter rework, don't be here. It's as simple as that. I'm sick of you guys always being so negative. Okay, yeah, our projectiles are not shooting through enemies. So that is where the ultimate would still serve its purpose, because you saw that obliterated the enemies. That was good. Seeker! Oh, it actually hurt something. It's hurt a single enemy. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm taking for granted the fact that we're at depth 129 and actually, like, handling this. There, prime example. Our shots are not going through enemies. Because watch, I'll shoot through this turret, and I'm not damaging the other turret. Devs, fix it. That's so bad. Ugh. That, I feel, is, that's still something they really gotta change, because that's too weak. Like, the projectile needs to shoot through enemies, dude. No matter whether it's the class gem ability or whatever. Like, I know that they made it so that his base attack shoots through enemies without the class gem, but the thing, too, is as much as, you know, we're sitting here saying, oh, Shadowhunter's viable now, it's like, if I was on Tomb Raiser or an actual proper Delve class, like, I'm still going to absolutely decimate how, like, these enemies versus Shadowhunter. So those boxes that keep dropping randomly, those are the Seekers. There's the Seekers. They actually worked for once. Wow, it's so OP. So it seems like, ooh, so Seeker could be used on bosses. Go, Seekers! Look at them. They're stupid. That's what's going on. They don't do anything. So anyways, what I was trying to say is, look at this. So he's shadow marked, and I'm gaining stacks and stacks and stacks of Seeker while just attacking a shadow marked enemy. I thought I had to kill the shadow marked enemy, so that means we could potentially use that on Leviathan. Like, shadow mark could be good for boss killing. Maybe. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Ultimate! Okay, ultimate's still broken. Good to see that the abilities still barely work in this game. It's so laggy, I can't tell. I tried using my ult and it brought the cooldown, but it didn't actually cast. It's a step in the right direction, but it's a little bit frustrating that it's not good enough. Like, it is good enough for speed farming. There was the Seeker actually working, but in terms of just normal, like, look at this. Yeah, I'm actually running out the timer because I'm not killing fast enough. So that's a dead giveaway. Shadowhunter is not strong enough for delves yet. Devs. Hopefully they change that, but we'll see. Anyways, sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with the comments, but there's a lot of them, so. Might be working on better server lag. No. No, they're not. Also, there we go again, you guys. Joe, seriously. I like how you always try to make that same argument, Joe, when you don't seem to understand like where I'm going with it, because there's literally DPS in Trove. That's all there is to it. So yeah, in conclusion, guys, Shadowhunter works for speed farming. He's still not good enough for delves. And then yeah, you can make the argument, oh, you're trying to solo delves. It's like, yeah, I solo delves with all of my classes. And guess what? I can solo delves just fine when I'm on an actual good class. It's too laggy, dude. I think that's the other thing too. It's very difficult to tell. Yeah, at least U10 is farmable, but honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed. Yeah. I like the change, but it's still not good enough. I don't know, dude. I'm very on the fence with it. I like the abilities and stuff, and I like that they're trying to end up making the certain attacks work good, but no, I know, Joe. I know they can still end up buffing it. And I'm sorry if I sounded negative. I don't mean to take out frustration on you or anything. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean it to sound that way. Yeah, I mean, it did just come out on the test server, so hopefully they'll end up buffing it before it goes live. I think they still really need to make it so that our class gem phases through enemies. And then the other thing too is that hopefully we see that when the lag dissipates a bit, we'll end up doing a lot more damage. Not every class needs to be solo potential. Here you go again, you guys. Such low brain arguments. Yes, they do need to be soloable. That's the whole freaking point. That's how you tell if a character is high damage or not. Here's how Trove works, because I love how a lot of you guys like to pretend that Trove is complicated, but it's not. It's not World of Warcraft, okay? If you're not good enough for World of Warcraft, most people come to Trove. Why? Because the game is so incredibly baby simple, which is what I like about it, but there's a lot of people out there that are in denial. Quite literally, if I'm soloing the delves with another class, it means it outperforms this one. You want to know why? Because it means that there is no benefit to having even a group have the Shadowhunter in it when you could just be two people using a more powerful class. That's the argument. That's why I'm saying Shadowhunter is underperforming in the delves. Because why would I ever end up using the delve or using Shadowhunter in the delve when I could just use a more powerful class? And then furthermore, if I'm in a group, why would I ever use a Shadowhunter in the delve if a group could end up benefiting more by having other characters? That's the point. Like, take Chloromancer, for example, being a boss killer, which has been nerfed in this update, by the way. Do you see anybody going, duh, I'm going to use the Shadowhunter on Leviathans. I'm going to use Ice Age on Leviathans. No, because everyone who wants to do optimal damage is using Chloromancer. That's how Trove works, guys. Like, that's the thing. And it's like, I can't stand like how people come in here with this snotty attitude. And it's like, I'm not trying to like dog on the new update or anything. It's just, I'm always overly critical about these things. I'm always going to end up being perfectly honest with you guys about all these types of things, you know? And it's like, just because a Shadowhunter came out with a rework doesn't necessarily mean that everything about it is perfect. And that's kind of the big thing that I get very frustrated with, is that so many people at the end game in Trove just think that every decision the developers make is perfect. But the point is that it's not. We're the ones that are actually playing the game. The developers are not. And so it's our feedback that is influencing their opinion on all of these changes, as you can tell with a lot of the changes that they did with the Shadowhunter, because these are changes that a lot of us were actually talking about it. Also, yes, Joe is saying you got 350 movements beyond Shadowhunter. Jesus Christ. That sounds beautiful. I just find it funny how it's like anytime we get like something hype going on with Trove, we end up having all these negative Nancys coming into the chat. And it's like, bruh, if you don't like my content, you can fuck right off. Like, I'm not forcing you to be here. No, his arrows do not pierce, unfortunately. They do with the base attack without the class gem, but why would anybody end up using that? Yeah, I'm gonna play Dying Light 2 for sure. How's Shadowhunter? I don't know, dude. No, it stopped being a family-friendly channel a long time ago. I try not to drop F-bombs, but I mean, if I'm frustrated, it's like, bruh. It's just, anyways. Yeah, I don't know why he's losing his piercing through enemy shots as soon as you get your class gem ability. It's very confusing. Like, I don't understand. Anyways, yeah, sorry. I guess I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. So anyways, generally speaking, my feedback on this guy, they've definitely got some steps in the right direction. We can handle U10 no problem, so yeah, awesome. Still going to be outshined by lots of other classes in the delves, which automatically means that we're probably not going to be doing very good on Leviathans. But it's very tough to tell just because of how jank, like the game itself is really laggy right now. So it's really tough for me to tell because, for example, if I shadow mark this enemy, I mean, you can see, like, look at this. What a joke. And then I'm not generating enough of my seeker stacks to end up having it be more viable. And then if I end up actually pressing right click, well, we rubber band around and nothing happens. Okay. Jesus. But they changed it so that when we dodge, we gain a movement speed buff, which is very, very nice. I'll see if I can get it to trigger with everything. So we're actually at 216 movement speed. So we're definitely a speed farmer character now. In which case, can't complain about that. It's just the game is so freaking laggy that I can't do anything. Oh, good lord. Yes, Cap. I know. Yeah, so sorry. And then for a lot of you guys keep asking about exporting. So go to the live server slash and then type slash export account, and then you gotta wait like 5 or 10 minutes for it to export to the PTS. But you gotta consider PTS is dying right now, so just Trove servers are dying, so it might take a little bit longer. Does the dodge speed work in coin collections? Surely not, right? I wouldn't think so, because your abilities get disabled in coin collections, don't they? Also, hey, Terp. What up, man? Oh my god, it's so laggy. It's unplayable. Oh, good lord. I just want to test out numbers. Meh. Can we get XP potions on test server? I mean, if Luxian or Caruxian shows up and stuff, but I think this week is Luxian, right? Oh my god, it's so laggy, dude. Do you lose movement speed while shooting? That's a good question. Let's find out. Yeah, you still do. I mean, generally you're still fast anyways, and it doesn't really matter. Because you would basically do that, and then you would roll, and then move to the next dungeon. And you want to try, like, I would say that you want to try and do your roll as you're leaving if possible. Because there does seem to be an internal cooldown with the dodge speed. Bleh. Words. Okay, there we go. 216. Dang it. I had my pyro disc triggered for a split second. Crap. I want to see how much speed I can get. But see, now if I do an hour roll, it doesn't give us the speed. So it does seem to have a bit of a cooldown. Not much of one, but it is a slight internal cooldown. Come on, pyro disc. Oh my god. This lagged, bruh. This lag. And then here's Seeker. Aha! That's why Seeker sucks. Okay, that might be a design choice then. That's bad. Okay. So Seeker seems to shoot down onto the ground, and then it physically has to walk to the enemies, rather than it just being a projectile that shoots up into the air and then goes towards enemies. That's terrible, because you saw it when I shot it here. It didn't just fly across to hit that guy. It had to go down the wall and then up this wall. And they probably only have a certain amount of distance that they can travel. That's terrible. That is, ooh, devs. Cool effect, but that does not work function-wise. Seeker missile, go! Well, it did it, but I can't really tell. That was weird. No, they didn't replace the machine gun, thank God. I know, lots of people were worried about that. They did kind of like change the machine gun. I don't know why they made the VFX like all dark and stuff. Like, it's weird that they would end up... I could only think that maybe they changed it. Whoops. Well, that's just lag anyway. Maybe they changed it because it was too bright as the other one, but then why wouldn't they end up nerfing the Gunslinger's video effects? Like, it's very odd, some of the changes that they ended up doing. Like, dark because Shadowhunter? No, because we're the Shadowhunter. We hunt shadows, right? It's weird, though. Like... I'm so on the fence with this one. Wait, user number 1 and change costume to have no style on that skill. Oh, really? That's a weird glitch. So we can... I don't know what you mean. I thought you meant change it mid costume or something, but... Oh no, you can still add me even if I'm in D&D. I'm sorry I am in D&D, it's just because I wanted to test stuff. Alright, let's see how does our projectiles work through walls. Well, that was beautiful. How far can we hit enemies? That's the real question. If it would stop lagging. Oh, I thought I killed him. Still nothing? Okay, so it's still a bit jank because if you notice there, I shot through the wall and it didn't tag him for most of those shots. That was a bit weird. It's too laggy to tell. Seeker, go! Okay. Seeker sucks. They gotta fix it. It's broken. So you'll notice that you saw an explosion, like explosions going off here. That was the Seeker missiles, but they weren't actually in damage range of the enemy. Ugh. Weird, dude. Very, very weird. All right, how's the shadow mark work? Oh, good lord. Why does the trap kill? Why is it laggy? There's just probably a lot of people on right now testing this out. Ooh. That's cool. Come here, you. I want to test out my trap. Come on. Oh, beautiful. Dude, that actually does damage. I'm surprised. All right, what's our movement speed now? 216. Dang it! Pyrotus just keeps running out right as I'm doing it. Crap. Let's see here. Ah! The rubber band, bruh. The rubber band. I do like that they adjusted the animation time for your main attack so you can actually go back into it a little quicker. I would still prefer if it was a bit faster, because watch the like I'll do my trap from my base attack. Trap 1000, about 1 second. I mean, obviously not exactly, but point is, I would rather you just trap and then he starts attacking it right away instead of having to go right back to his idle animation first, you know? These are just nitpicking things, though. I mean, frankly speaking, the buffs to the character is great. Like, the rework is awesome. Oh, my lord. Rework is great. Not the biggest fan of the Seeker missiles. They seem very, very jank. Like, even when I'm damaging an enemy with Shadow Mark, it doesn't seem to actually, like, consistently work. It's a bit weird. Here, let's try Seeker missiles. So they go on the ground, and then there you go. Then they explode around the enemy. Maybe Seeker missile would be better for groups of enemies? Maybe? I'm still trying to find where those function. Because your ult kind of already does the same thing, right? Like, it's just way better for destroying big groups of enemies. So it's like, I don't know. Does Shadowhunter do more damage than Neon Ninja now? No, God, no. Of course not. Well, I mean, maybe it will. I don't know. It's too early to tell. It's really too early to tell. And it's too laggy to tell. That's the real bottom line. Wait, what, Sarah's? Does Shadowhunter still slow down when firing? Yeah, it does for sure. You can see it right here. Yeah, no, I know that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to think the same way, Joe, or Joa. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but exactly, we're having a character go from completely. Oh, okay, that's what that was. Yeah, then I thought you were saying something better than that. I'm removing that error message, Saris. Anyways, yeah, the fact that we went from a completely unviable character to something that you can actually use for speed farming at the very least, we can't complain, right? But I'm still gonna end up finding ways to complain anyway. Especially when I'm lagging this much. What's the new ability? Most of all the Seeker missiles, which is not very good. There's still nitpicks that I would say. I really, if there's one thing that I would super duper say is a no-no that the devs need to change, is they, weirdly enough, they buffed your base attack and made it so that your base attack shoots through walls and shoots through enemies, but your class gem doesn't. Like, your class gem shoots through walls, but it doesn't shoot through enemies. And that, to me, I would really want them to change. Seeker missile, like that's the thing. It's very difficult to determine a lot of these complaints that I have because I can't tell if it's just that, oh, is Seeker missiles broken or is it just the server lag? Like it's really difficult to tell. You know? Yeah, Shadowhunter, like the rework is good. It's a step in the right direction, but I think the devs underestimate just how powerful other characters are and how fast other characters are. So I don't think Shadowhunter keeps up. Like the movement speed is a welcome change, don't get me wrong, but it's still not as efficient as I would like, I guess. Because it's the argument that you make playing this game is, okay, why would I play this character over one of the other speed farming characters? That's the big question that we're trying to answer here, and what the rework is supposed to end up doing, right? And I don't know if there's any reason I would main Shadowhunter over another character for efficiency's sake, other than I just love this class in general. How long does our Seekers last? That's what I'm trying to low-key see right here. Do our Seekers just not go away? Maybe they don't. Maybe they just stay on us. That's actually really good then. I wonder, you think there's a game-breaking bug where we can get more Seekers than we visually can have right here? I don't know. There's our Seekers. Bang. 57 mil. That's not impressive enough. No, thank you. I think it's because the way that the Seekers work is very weird and not working the way that I think it should. Let me check the patch notes right here. So the way that the Seeker works is basically when you tag an enemy that's got Shadow Mark, you'll see that little box floats into us. That's a Seeker stack, which is weird. Each Seeker deals increased damage for each one fired when used. So the damage goes up by a certain percentage for each missile. And so what ended up happening on that enemy and why we didn't do max damage on him is because that was probably that was probably Seeker Missile 2, which does 450% damage, versus Seeker Missile 5, which does 900% damage, which means that any enemies that you end up fighting in the world, it doesn't really matter for the Seeker Missile, because generally speaking, you're not going to end up having an enemy survive more than one base Seeker Missile in the first place. I personally would prefer it if, when you're at 5 stacks, all of those Seeker Missiles do 900%. Yes, that could be considered overpowered, but at least then Seeker Missile would be a useful ability, especially in Delves and possibly against Leviathans. Because that's kind of the big argument that is going on right now is this character something that you would end up actually using from, or for like Leviathans and Delves, in which case, I don't know yet. I don't know. It's difficult to determine, dude. I mean, especially because the lag is just like so insane. Yes, it does scale with each separate missile. That's exactly what I'm saying. But I personally would prefer it if I would wait until I have 5 stacks and then it would end up doing the guaranteed like 900%. But it's kind of weird. Like, why do they have to scale each of them individually? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just a very strange thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could try fighting a Leviathan, but I think you guys are going to be wholly disappointed, like I know I'm going to be. That means I got final Leviathan. I mean, ugh. Yeah, right. I guess I could end up... No, I was going to say I could just do a delve, but that wouldn't work either. Shadow Mark seems way more invaluable. Like, I'm not used to playing with this guy this way. But you can see I killed enemies with Shadow Mark and I didn't gain an additional Seeker Missile. So it's still not working as well as I would like. You know? Like, it just... I don't know. Can you get 37 KPR? No. I don't think you can anymore. Because they ended up getting pearls off of the rings. Some people still have the pearled rings just because you can glitch it, but... Alright, let's do Seeker Missile in here against kill... Okay, never mind. These enemies are all dead anyway. Oh, God. No, I know, Sarah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I need to fight like a stronger opponent to actually be able to tell just how much damage we're doing. Do you guys remember, where's that training dummy? I forgot where you craft it from. Oops, I just used my seeker missile. Well, 65 mil, so that was probably the third seeker missile that did damage there. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I guess Delves is the best example of just testing out damage numbers, but I did do a Delve already, and it was pretty embarrassing. One shot the Leviathan. Ah, yes. Maybe, here, you know what? I'm going to try playing a bit differently with this next Delve. I'm going to try to actually get Seeker Missile going a lot more and see if that helps me clear. Because I'm still playing Shadowhunter the way that he used to be played, which is basically just using your base attack. But I think that the way we're supposed to be end up using him now is you want to be spamming your number one, spamming your right click, and then using your ult. You pretty much want to use everything on cooldown now. So let's see if that is a bit more impressive. Your ultimate is still kind of useless, which kind of sucks, but... Oh, Monolith. Okay. I mean, thankfully, being a speed class means that we can just go through here without a mount. So that's really nice. See, it's like, it's still... If I was on Tomb Raiser, all these enemies would already be dead. That's kind of the thing. Alright, Seeker Missile, go. There we go. I don't know. No, I know. That's the thing. I'm not using him differently either, Joe. Like, he kind of just seems to be the same thing for speed farming, for sure. Because with speed farming, you're just going to be doing the same function with him. Can you right-click? There we go. Okay, not... He's more viable, but he's still not good enough. Even with full Seeker Missile, we're not one-shotting... Well, we are one-shotting a single enemy, but that's because it's Delves and they're so freaking strong in here. I'm very on the fence with it, dude. Like, I really like the changes, obviously, but I was kind of expecting more. So I really hope that they end up buffing it before it goes live. Your trap seems to be, like, that's actually really good as a support ability now. Just because of the fact that it seems like you can just stack stunning. So that could be really good for a group that can't actually, like, survive a lot of these enemies. And if it works on the boss, well, that would be a no-brainer. Imagine if his stun works on a Leviathan. I know it won't, but could you imagine? Alright, what's our movement speed? 265. Well... I didn't get to trigger it as long as I wanted to. I saw it for a split second. It had a different number, but... No, I know. It's still too early. Like, as much as... If we've got complaints about the class, then I do think that they'll hopefully end up changing some stuff. Yeah, let's use our Ultimate of Destiny there. Destroy them all. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, Multi, I'm sorry. I saw your message that you're at Leviathan. We'll fight it in a sec. Let me wait for my ult to be on cooldown here. This will be the true test because this enemy's going to be a bit tough. I'll try to remember to actually use my pot this time too. We'll use our pot, use Seeker Missile, use our ult, and let's see. If we melt this guy, then I might have to take back a lot of the things that I said. Pot, Seeker Missile, Ultimate. No, not good enough. That's terrible. Good for like a short burst, but... Okay, anyway, does our trap work on this guy? Okay, the dragon has left the building. Damage is definitely increased because of the fact that we have the Seeker Missiles. We don't seem to be able to stunlock him, which kind of makes sense. Survivability is up a lot more than I thought. But that's just because I'm Shadowhunter, so I can literally just dance around this guy. Yeah, look at this damage. That is pathetic, dude. Because if I'm using an error class, like, I don't have to be using, like, so reliant on pots and stuff is kind of my point. All right, let's try our ult. Funny thing is that I don't think, yeah, our ult actually lasts longer than the, than our pot does. That's, okay. Okay, let me see here. Let's get a full stack, use a pot, use our Seeker. That does a pretty good chunk of damage, not gonna lie. But it's just too situational. It's not bad. It's like, it's right on the cusp of being good. But it's not good enough yet. He needs a he's really close. He needs a bit more of a buff, you know? And then it would end up being, that would be a lot better. Okay, I'll come out of D&D and come out of, well, I guess I'll come out of hide mode. Here, Multi, you can bring me. Alright, well, Delves doesn't really matter that much. That's okay. We can still have our other classes for the Delves. Let's test him out on a Leviathan and just see how pathetic he is, because this is going to be embarrassing. Yeah, I know. They're not necessarily balancing him towards Delves or towards Leviathans and stuff. And I'm not really expecting him to shine there. I'm just expecting him to be a little bit better than he is. Because as of right now, he's like still unviable for there. You know? Like, I really like the abilities and I really like the way that it all works. I just want to see it scaled a bit better. And for speed farming, I really want his class gem to phase through enemies. Like, that really needs to be changed. I'd say if there's anything that they need to change, it's that. And then otherwise, Seeker Missiles is just a bit too jank. Your ultimate, I would say, I don't know if this ult is better. Is it? I don't know. But one thing is for sure, the cooldown on the ult is really bad. Really, really bad. Yes, I'm ready to die. Okay. Let me make sure that I have a pot that I can throw down. Can you... Hello? Why can't I get things off my hotbar? Oh, because it's lagging like crazy, of course. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm playing at 1440. I'm just streaming at 1080. Yeah, Joe, but you're in U8. That's the thing, because you're going to be one-shotting all those enemies for sure. But I'm always playing in U10, even though, yeah, I know there's not much point to do it over U8. But here, let's get a whole group of Shadowhunters. You know what? Here's the real test. If 4 Shadowhunters can take on this Leviathan, then that's not awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. Good lord, wish us luck. Okay. Oh, it's so laggy. All right, let's shadow mark him, get our ult going. It's not awful. Keep in mind there's 4 of us, so this is kind of pathetic. Also, barely any of my projectiles are registering because I'm not getting any Seeker Missiles. It's too jank, dude. Trove, please. We just want to test things. There's my Seekers. Okay, our trap does not snare them. Seeker Missile is okay. The problem is we still gotta dance around too much. Look at this. He's shadow marked and he's barely giving me any of this. Use our ult. The ult is pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, it does quite a bit of burst damage. Like, you see his health just go for a little bit. And then a Chloromancer came and ruined it. Okay. Well, that's too bad. Imagine, like, using Chloromancer on the test server. Okay. Not good enough. He's not good enough for that. I am actually using energy regen on, I have it on my weapon. There's not much point having energy regen for, like, the pot, because maybe, like, you could You could use cooldown emblem, spam that, use your ult over and over. Maybe, you know, kind of similar to how Gunslinger plays. That might end up doing a decent amount of damage, but unfortunately that guy ruined the fight, so. Oh, no, yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry, I forgot that the Chloromancer did get nerfed, so maybe somebody wanted to test it out. Which, as we saw, Chloromancer nerf doesn't really make a difference. He's still a boss killer. But right now, we're trying to test out Shadowhunter stuff, dude. Like, we're not trying to kill the Leviathan, you know? I mean, we are, but we're not. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing that's true as well, Joe. You're absolutely right. We don't have all of our fixtures on the test server, so Shadowhunter will be significantly better on live server. Oh, that's what you meant, Malty. Look at that. His trap is changing based on his color or costume. That's interesting. I mean, it's interesting to say the least. It's a very interesting change, but yeah, it seems like, yeah, I can't complain because they're making Shadowhunter viable, but at the same time, it's not good enough. I don't know. What do you guys think after seeing how the class works? Like, am I crazy in thinking that he needs to be a bit stronger? Most of all, I just want his shots to phase. That'd probably be the biggest thing for speed farming, because otherwise the way that he functions right now is barely different than before the rework. You basically just go into dungeons, hold left click, everything dies, right? Are the crystal ring abilities the same? That is a very good question. Let's go and check. I don't think that they've changed. Oh, good lord. Considering the damage you tested on Leviathan, I think I have a solution. What is it, Saris? What you thinking, bruh? Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's like Shadowhunter, despite the changes, it feels the same. Gunslinger needs a buff. Yes, that would definitely fix the Shadowhunter. Oh, man. Ooh, look at those VFX. That's neat. So they actually added new video effects for the dodge speed. That's cool. I know, I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's not that it's necessarily a bad rework, it's just very underwhelming compared to the other classes. Yeah, I agree. I think that's probably what's like making me feel like kind of uneasy about it. Because it's kind of like, it's not as significant a change as I was really hoping. It is a significant change, but it just made the character viable, but not shine in any regard. I guess. I don't know. The Seekers in general, what I would like to see on them is, I think that all of the Seekers should have their damage scale. So once you have a full 5 stack, all of them are doing 900% damage or something. They could nerf it. But generally speaking, I just think that every missile should do a considerable amount of damage, because the fact that it just ramps up from 0 to 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is just kind of like, you know. Your mouse one shoots through walls with the class gem, but without the class gem, that's how it shoots through enemies. Also, it seems like somebody found some sort of a glitch because he just spammed his Shadowhunter Paragon levels. Like, what? Weird. Okay, anyways, we were here to check out the ring. Let's see. Wait, Unholy Heal and Sneaky Traps. Are these different? When Shadowhunter... wait. When enemies with Shadow Marker defeated, the Shadowhunter is healed for a small amount. Useless. When dodging, Shadowhunter drops a Sun Snare. Right. That ability might actually be useful now. That could be good, but would it be though? In order for that to end up working, I would want him to not have a cooldown on his movement buff. No, Andrew, it doesn't. They don't all scale to 900%. The weird thing is that each of the individual 5 Seekers has a different damage scaling with the 5th one if it tags an enemy, but the enemy's more likely dead by then. That last missile will end up doing the 900% damage. But yeah, these are, I know these are the same ring effects. I'm just trying to think like whether or not this would actually be useful. There's what's the other ring effect? There was the third one. What is the one that we got? So we have Unholy Heals and Sneaky Snare or something. Let's see. See if I can end up getting the other one. Tactical Seekers. There you go. So they did change one. When enemies take damage from the Shadowhunter's Sacred Arrow, a Shadow Seeker will fire from the Shadowhunter and attack the closest target. That's the best one. 100% that's the best one. Because that just increases your overall damage. Damn it. Why does my C4 ring not have it? That's not great, but it's definitely like actually worth getting. I wonder... What do you think that the Seeker Missile's gonna do? Let's try it out. You think it's gonna be garbage damage? You think it's just gonna be the smallest one? Everything's gonna die by my ult anyway, so I'm not even gonna be able to test it. I'll try to... Yeah, because they want you to use your ult to tag an enemy and then it'll just shoot out a Seeker Missile. Now, if it's stacked... Like, if you could use your ult and it just goes pew, 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 pew with tons and tons of Seeker Missiles, that could be crazy. But it's probably not going to. It's probably going to end up having a short cooldown as everything does. So what we gotta do is find a bunch of enemies so I can tag one of them. Like you. Boink. It's very laggy. There went our Seeker Missile. 24 mil just as extra damage. Not bad. Oh, what's this? My normal shots do the same amount in less time? Oh, yeah. Seeker Missile's useless right now. They need to be stronger. Thanks for pointing out the bug with those. Oh, is that a bug, Andrew? Oh, are they all supposed to do 900% damage? Hell yeah, dude. If they are, then that's awesome. Because, yeah, Seeker Missiles is extremely underwhelming right now. Even though I really like the effect of the ability. It's a bit jank. Cool. Okay. Well, if that's a bug, then there you go. That's awesome. Yeah, I figured that there was a bug with the Seeker Missiles, right? Like, it totally seems like there would be. They're just underperforming. Okay, I want to see if I tag multiple enemies, do I get multiple Seeker Missiles? Hello? This ability is... It's so laggy, I can't tell. Crap! Oh my god. Alright, well anyways, I'm still not gonna end up using that. That's probably the best ability though, is the Tactical Seekers, but yeah. Yeah, the export to PTS is gonna take a little while longer than usual, guys. Yeah, actually, I'll link the patch notes for you right here, dude. I should probably pin that, frankly speaking. Wait, does that link work? Yeah, it does. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll pin that. I wish I could pin more than one message, but whatever. Okay, so if the Seeker Missiles actually all scale to do 900% damage, that's actually really good. Now, ooh. I think I just had a big brain play, guys. So, what if... Oh, the damage isn't increased for the base attack? Oh, on your gem ability, Joe? Yeah, because it's supposed to be 100% damage increase. You're absolutely right, and I'm doing similar damage to what I do on live server. Wait, am I? Let me test this out. Because I do... I think I do like 7 mil? 7? Yeah, and we're doing like 12, so it is double. Right? I don't know, Joe. I'm not sure on that one. Anyways, I'll explain my big brain strat in a second. Yeah, so we're doing like 16 mil, so it's, I don't know, it's almost double. It's not really. So anyways, what I was gonna say is that the Seeker Missile ability on the Crystal Ring, does it scale based on the stacks that you have? Like, for example, if I have a 5 stack of Seekers, will the extra one that shoots out of me when it triggers from the Crystal Ring, is that going to end up being the 900% damage one? Because if that is, that would be beautiful. You're doing the same damage, Joe? Okay, then maybe I would have to double check and see. Yeah, maybe, okay. Maybe there's just a couple bugs going on with Shadowhunter right now. Maybe that's why it's so underwhelming. Right? Yes, surely that's why. It's also just such a laggy mess. Oh, good lord. Give me my extra Seeker missiles. I keep calling them Seeker missiles. They're just called Seekers, but Seeker missile is from Metroid. That's why I keep referring to it as that. Let's get a 5 stack, and then I want to test the extra Seeker missile damage. Jesus Christ. This game. Give me my 5. There we go. Okay. I need a test subject. Yeah, Boomer actually got insane buffs. We'll cover all of the Era class buffs like at another point, but for right now it's all about the Shadowhunter. Alright, let's see here. Oh my lord. Am I in the dungeon or did I fall to the ground? Like, I can't tell. Alright, let's use our ult. And where's the extra Seeker missile? Oh crap, it hit the enemy behind me, so I couldn't even see. Damn it. Nice movement speed when attack. You mean when it does its basic attack, or do you mean when you use your class gem on the knight? Because that, I don't think, got a buff. I didn't actually read through the other class reworks. I'd heard that the knights is actually really, really big. Okay, let's alright, let's see here. Let's test it out. So, tag him, Seeker. This is awesome. Alright, where's my frickin' chronomatic? Crying out loud, dude. I just want to test and see if I'm big brain! Oh god, it's a kill 30 enemy. Well, let's leave. Oh my god. I'm never gonna be able to test this. I'm not even gonna be able to try anything! Jesus! Dude! I hate this. I hate this. Jesus Christ, dude. It's so bad. Okay. Okay. Can we finally test this? So I use my ult. And there's my extra Seeker missile. It killed all of them, so I couldn't really tell. But it didn't do 99 damage, so no, that was not taking the effect of the 900%. However, if the Seeker missile is truly bugged and they are supposed to scale and do 900% damage, maybe we'll see that changed with the ring effect once they end up fixing that. If that's actually like a thing. Go, Seeker missiles. Destroy. They're getting caught on my ally? Is that what's happening? Seeker missiles. What a useless ability, dude. It really needs to be fixed. Because I think the way that it seems like the way that the Seeker missiles are coded. That was a Seeker missile right there. It seems like the way they're coded is it's almost like when you use them, it summons a bunch of allies that just kind of explode on the enemies. It's very weird. And it's inconsistent. Like it doesn't work the way that I want it to. I don't know. A bit odd. Anyways. Oh, really, Joe? Okay, so you're doing the same amount of damage. Interesting. Are you in... Yeah, no, that's weird. That's very weird. You could be right. I might be doing like the same amount of damage that I am doing on live server. So that would make a big difference then, if they didn't end up actually buffing the numbers yet. Let's put on... Wait, what the heck is this costume called? Is it called Raving? Uh-oh. Raving Hunter? Where is it? Dang it. I don't know. What's that helmet, Brian? I don't forget. Or, I mean, I don't remember what it is. Because I want to use this costume instead. Because I think it's a lot cooler. Oh, you were in U10? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Okay, then maybe he's just broken. The VFX are different on the Daughter of the Moon skin. Yeah, yep. That seems to be the one that actually has different different effects for your speed and stuff. That might be different too. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so in conclusion, Shadowhunter, as of right now anyways, it seems like he's bugged. It seems like he doesn't have a lot of his things fixed properly. Like, I don't know. He's not doing the damage he's supposed to. Apparently, Joe's saying that he doesn't have his damage boost on his gem effect, where he's supposed to be doing 100% more damage, which that would be quite significant. Because if those bugs are hitting the game right now, then that totally explains the general lack of power that we're seeing. Like, he's definitely, as of right now, like, that's kind of the thing, is he's definitely more viable right now, but yeah, he feels extremely underwhelming and underpowered. So, wait, what? Use what? What's up, Multi? Oh, there's the training dummies. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I didn't know where the heck those are crafted. I know that I can make them. I just didn't know where they were. Here we go. Wait, is this zone open? No, it's not. Well, I can throw a bunch of them over here, I guess. Does it let me throw these down yet? Actually, wait a minute. I don't want to throw them over there because I don't want to accidentally destroy them. So, zone restrict officer. Why are these floating in the air? Oh, I see. Very weird. Put those down. Zone restrict. Nobody. Okay. Can we build up seeker missiles on these? Yes, we can. Oh yeah, look at that. We are doing 7 mil consistently. And then the shadow mark is what's making me do 16 mil. So yeah, he isn't buffed. They didn't end up changing him yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Joe. We're not doing double damage. Okay. Well, that's a welcome change. So that means we are going to do significantly more damage when they fix that. There's the Seeker missiles, which you can see do independent numbers of one another. So they're not doing the 900% damage for all of them by having a full stack. That means we can also try out our ring here. Oh, we already were. Okay. So if I use my ult here... okay, well, I can't really tell because that's our damage over time proc that's triggered with our ultimate. Wait, what was that? Did you see that? Oh, okay, this ring is OP then. Tactical Seeker is the ability that you want on the Shadowhunter. Did you see that? Because it was just constantly triggering so long as we had the dot going on. Later, Retro. Have a good one, man. Like, watch, if I tag him, you can see the Seeker missiles constantly coming out of me. There's a Seeker missile. There's a Seeker missile. There's a Seeker missile. They're doing 24 mil, whereas the dot is actually doing 21 mil. Because basically what's happening with this crystal ring is we have it so that when we use our ult, it's triggering an extra Seeker missile. So what I want to see is if we end up getting the full stack of 5... will the damage over time trigger the same one, like the 900%, which we kind of already tested anyway. Okay, so the ult is still jank and broken, as you saw right there. It just didn't work. There we go. No, they're still doing 24 mil. Okay. Which, again, maybe if they end up fixing the Seeker missiles, we could see a change. See, the Seeker missiles are also really jank too, because they all exploded here and only one of them was close enough to actually deal damage. So it's like, why are they exploding prematurely? Like, not good enough, dude. Ooh, that shadow effect is kind of cool. I kind of feel like the effect of the movement speed is like, it shouldn't be behind him at all points. It should be like Super Saiyan aura. That would be kind of cool. Whoa, dude, what is the effects on that one? Oh, that's the same costume we're using. I didn't even notice that our projectile shots were different. So that means they actually have custom effects now for all the Shadowhunter costumes with the class gem. That's amazing, dude. Sweet. Yeah, look at that. It's all rainbow and purple and stuff. Dude, that's amazing. Cool. When is the update gonna come to consoles? I would assume either late February, March. Because we're probably gonna see this rework come to PC, I would assume in a week or two. It really depends how many things they need to end up changing, but all of the other reworks that we've seen more recently, they pump it out to the live server like almost immediately. But yeah, generally speaking, in case you guys are just tuning in, it seems like Shadowhunter is just broken right now. It took us a while to figure this out, or at least it took me a while to notice. You guys ended up helping me out with that, but our damage numbers are not impressive. And it's because there's a lot of bugs going on right now. Like, we don't seem to have double the amount of damage that we normally should be doing. Seeker missiles are also broken. Sharpshooter has nothing. Wait, really? That's why everyone keeps saying sharpshooter costume. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, it's invisible. That's what you guys meant. What about our ult? Oh, wow, that's a really cool effect for the ult, actually. See, there's those extra Seeker missiles. Interesting, dude. Very interesting. It's cool. I like it. I like the changes, but I felt really underwhelmed with the abilities, and it's now that we actually know that it's something that just needs to be fixed. Cool. But yeah. Anyways, I guess that's all we really need to discuss today until they end up changing it and fixing it, right? I do feel a little bit embarrassed that I kind of lost my temper earlier, but it just pisses me off when people just come in being, like, complaining, whining babies. You know? Maybe you need to change the class gem to increase the damage. Yeah, that's a good point. You could be right. Maybe it just doesn't work retroactively with gems that are already equipped on our characters. That's a good point. Let's check it out. Which would mean that it is still a bug in a line of code that they need to change. No, we're still doing the same amount of damage. Maybe we would need a brand new class gem, like if we got a completely new one, but I wouldn't be able to test those numbers anyways because it would mean that I would have to augment the gem. Either way, it's a problem. Like they clearly didn't have it work properly. Just got in, can you do a quick summary? Well, generally speaking, the character is underperforming. It turns out that it's got a lot of bugs. A lot of its damage numbers that they mention aren't doing as much as they should be doing. Like, we're supposed to be doing double damage now, but that's not there. Generally speaking, though, short summary of it is that our trap is better because now actually it shadow marks enemies. Our base attack visually looks a lot different, but it can shoot through walls. It can't phase through enemies, although it really, really needs to. Your right click is now a stacking thing, so you can see these things on top of my head. You gain a stack of these randomly while an enemy is shadow marked and you damage them, and then you'll do a right click and then it shoots out Seeker missiles, which basically will just find enemies. They're really, really jank and buggy and don't really work. But apparently that's a bug as well, and they're supposed to be doing significantly more damage. Your ultimate is a little bit better in its consistency, but generally speaking still doesn't work very well. However, you can hold your ult now, and you can do just rapid fire. And the way that it works is once an enemy has been tagged, you can see it actually does damage over time. So that's kind of what the point is of it, which, yeah, I mean, again, it's very, very welcome changes, but generally it's really underperforming. And apparently it's because there's a lot of bugs where a lot of damage numbers that is mentioned in the patch notes is not actually being affected right here. So it totally makes sense, because otherwise it was really disappointing, because the abilities and the way that it plays is really, really nice. But Yeah. Totally. I know that the devs are gonna fix it. Like, as much as I have my criticisms towards the changes with the class and everything like that, I'm not trying to sound like I'm, being a complaining little baby towards the devs or anything, because obviously they're doing their job and they did a great rework. It's just clearly things are busted and they need to fix it. That's all. But there also is one of the most significant things is when you roll, you actually gain a movement speed buff for a little while, and it's a pretty significant one. I can actually do 183 movement speed. That's not with an ally trigger. That's not with any gems triggered. So Shadowhunter, if they fix the issues, hopefully today, but doubt it, it would end up being viable for speed farming for sure, maybe in the delves. But as of right now, no. Shadowhunter's not good enough for the delves, not good enough for Leviathans. It's better than it was for speed farming, but it's still not really going to outshine any other characters. But that could end up changing once they end up fixing the abilities. And then otherwise, I didn't even mention in my other video about the patch notes. There's a lot more details where almost every class across the board got either buffs or nerfs. So we'll end up talking about that at another point. But yeah, anyways, I guess that'll do it for me today, gamers. Really appreciate you guys coming out. Also appreciate you guys being patient with me, because I know I lost my temper earlier in the stream, but I mean, hey, it happens, whatever, who cares. It's funny how it always seems to happen whenever something substantially cool comes out with Trove, and then suddenly everyone's just like all whiny and complaining about stuff. But anyways, he's underperforming. I was right, ha ha ha. He's not strong enough yet, and it turns out that apparently it's a lot of bugs. Because otherwise people were saying like, no, he is viable. Blah. But anyways, I appreciate you guys coming out, and hope you had fun. If we end up seeing a change to all this stuff on the test server today, I'll stream again. But otherwise, I'll probably end up hopping